Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside Genie, where we will be looking today at the racing from Turff on the stand side and on Kenw on the winter course, today being the 7th of November. Before we start looking at the form and the betting, just one or two things I would like to quickly touch on. Outside Genie is a service where we look at the fields and we do a form analysis and we give you, as the punter, outsider selections that you can add into your play. You should take your selections, you add our selections, and hopefully, if our selections, outside selections, do arrive, you'll be able to connect the bigger dividend. Furthermore, I just want to point out I have produced two videos. The one video is how to read a computer form, and the other one is how to punt to win and using the computer form to find outsiders. Both of them are 100 Rand each, so you can buy them separately. But if you buy both of them, the price will be 175 Rand. My contact details will be in the section below. And guys, I can assure you, a few guys have already seen the video, and the feedback that I got is very positive. They say that this will definitely help them to improve their punting. So if you're serious about making money, I would suggest that you get hold of those two videos, or maybe at least the one. If you know how to read a computer program, obviously you won't need the first one, but the other one, I'm sure there will be information that will help you to become a better punter. So investing 175 or 100 Rand in making money is the best bet that you can have. Now, let's start with race number one at Turffontein, and let's have a look at the betting. Here, the betting is number one, first timer, 72, Celestial Love, 72, Shattered Master, 6 to 1, Johnny Rippon, 8 to 1, El Kazim, 9 to 1, Magic Blaze, 10 to 1, Barometer, 14 to 1, and 16 to 1, along with the rest. Well, in this race, one at Turffontein, I don't have any selections at this stage. There are many first timers, and the number one horse is a 4-year-old making his debut today, and that is priced up as the favorite. So obviously, the bookmakers know something we don't know, and you'll have to check. Number two, that run two good races and then really run two bad races. So you'll have a look at it. Number eight, where's this horse? Number four, Johnny Rippon. He's nicely bred, can improve. Al Kazim, last time out, there was a little bit of money around, but never showed. So, all in all, a very open race. Horses that can improve. If I were you, I would just stay away from the race. I just wanted to show one more horse. And that's number 14. This horse did the debut 18th behind Winter Smoke, and then last time ran second. But as I said, it was a Napoli at in Greyville, so you don't know, how this horse will go here today. So my advice: be careful in the first race, or just stay away. Keep your money in your pocket. Race number two is basically the same advice. Let's have a look at race number two, the betting, and here the betting is as follows. Number 13 in Limbo, 14 to 10, Magical Flight, 34 to 10, 7 to 1, Lightning Lash, 12 to 1, Abra, Run April Run, 12 to 1, Spectral, 14 to 1, Risha Star, 14 to 1, and 16 to 1, and longer the list. Yet again, there's a first timer here, number 13 in Limbo. That is the full sister to a Warm. And yeah, you'll have to wait and see, because I'm not sure whether it's just priced up because of the breeding, or the horse have really showed ability. There are other horses in the race. Number 15, Run April Run, that can have the chance, that can improve. Jungle Queen can improve. There was another horse at the cock that I saw here. Um, Big City Girl improved last time out and was 75 to 1. Yeah, here it is, Ana Oratorio by Ford with me, with Karen Murray on board. I would have think you in Limbo had a huge chance. Then Karen Murray would have been on that, but maybe I don't know the jockey arrangements. So all in all, the first two races for me, just watch the races, enjoy it, and stay away. Then we get to the third race, which is Progress plates, there's quite a few of these progress plates today, most probably for horses to give them a run for the later, bigger events later in the month. Milk Queen 11 to 10, Invincible 4 to 1, 11 to 2, Cockney's Pride, 11 to 2, Sweet and Spicy, Pomeander 6 to 1, 9 to 1, Wiley Wings, and 100 to 1, Hottentots Holland. Now, as per usual in the progress place, you look at the base weighted, which is number 3, Pomodoro, Cockney Pride, Milk Queen, Invincible, Wiley Wings. Well, in this race, I'm going for number 1, Milk Queen. Milk Queen has run against some useful for position. There you can see length behind Summer Pudding, who's also running under a length behind Gabor, Ronnie's Candy, Temple Griffin. She's run against the best, and I think she'll be too good for this field. Pomahanda, I think, will need further. Invincible did run well 2 rounds ago. Last time out was didn't run well, and yeah, it says here was bumped, and I don't know what went wrong at the horse, but it can run in place. I think Cockney Pride did win well when she was a 3-year-old. Has made a comeback now in October, but I still last time out I think did need a run. Sweet and Spicy can also improve from her run. Did run well behind Kairos Champ, can be involved in the finish. So let's move to race number 4, which is another progress plate, and let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 2 pack leader 7 to 10, 28 to 10. Put on the red light, Elevate 5 to 1, Prospector 8 to 1, Foreign Field 16 to 1, and 35 to 1, and longer the rest. Yeah, also a field which I don't know, I think is only a few horses that can win this race. The other ones are totally outclassed. Here we have best weighted pack leader, put on the red light, Elliott, Foreign Field, Prospector, and I think the top 3 will probably be the horses that you need to include here. Yes, Almaranji, this horse was a prize package, took 20 runs to win his maiden, and then after that, in 6 races, won another 2 races. So in 6 races has now won 3 races. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes horses, they make fools of people. But here we have number 2, Pack the Leader, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this race behind Cornish Pomodoro. This horse, if I think, if Kumalo must pick one of his worst rides of the season, this will probably be the run that he will select for his worst ride. He couldn't give this horse a worse ride than he gave him on that day. The horse was all over the place, looking to switch. He made wrong decisions, in my opinion only, but he made wrong decisions. So hopefully today this horse has run against the best in the country. Vardy, there you look, 4 lengths behind Vardy, 5 lengths behind Vardy, One World, Bulgarian, Caprio. We put him in this field today. Surely I think the 7 to 10 is a good price. I'm not always on the side of favorites, but I think Pack Leader would be too good in this race. Put on the green light, can give him his best, can give him a race for his money. And then I think number 8, Elord, it's a Futura, it's only a 3-year-old, only carrying 53, can improve. And I think the rest of the field are really outclassed. Maybe they just here to get a run or something, I'm not sure. Then we go to race number 5. It's a meditated handicap, 104, lay over 6 kilometers. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have Express from the USA 22 to 10, Crank It Out 22 to 10, Captain of Taranga 4 to 1, Silver Guard 9 to 2, Fired Up 9 to 2, Graduate 25 to 1. Yeah, I think bar Graduate, most of the horses in this field has got a chance. So let's quickly have a look. The obvious is scratching. Silver Guard came off a rest, is now 3rd one after a rest. Yeah, can improve. Has won 3 times over this distance, and with Lyle Hewitson, I would think this horse might have a chance. My first selection is number 3, Express from the US. It's been running well. Yeah, him and 7 fighters has got, has run against each other. But I do think that Express from the US will be better over the 1600 meters. It's run the distance twice and won twice, course and distance 1, and I think Express from the US today, in my mind, will have a huge chance winning this race. Fired Up Didn't run well behind Whirly, but before that was placed. This Fired Up is one of those horses you never know which one is going to pitch up on the day. Captain of Durango is also slowly coming back to form, has been improving, can be involved in the finish. And as I say, I think graduate out a little bit outclassed here, but has won 4 races. But I think we'll need to improve to bother the, the other horses. Just interesting, I see this horse was a 3.2 JSY, was it 3.2 million rand buy? Wow, shoot, must have been a looker. Then let's go to race number 6. Race number 6 is another Pinnacle Stakes. Let's have a look at the betting. I see they don't show race number 6 betting here. I wonder why. But I know that we can just go have a look here. Summer Pudding is the favorite. He was priced up when I looked at it earlier to 1. He was priced up at 12 to 10, making a seasonal debut. Although, I mean, has won over this distance. And I think our biggest opposition will be number 2, Lady of Steel, which is not a slouch either. Mount Laurel can also be involved there in the finish. Yeah, and I think that those will be the 3 horses that probably fight at the finish. Number 6, Elusive Fort, has been improving, has won 3 races in a row, but I think the top 3 a little bit strong, but can place. Then we go to race number 7, which is another Pinnacle Stakes. Let's have a look there at race number 7. Chimchimmery on 28 to 10, Eden Rock 28 to 10, 4 to 1, Warriors Best, Mardi Gras 6 to 1, Oravar 10 to 1, Prince of Cabal 11 to 1, down to 0, 18 to 1, 008, 18 to 1, and 25 to 1 and longer. And here my selection is number 5, Eden Rock. Eden Rock last time won easy over the inside course, and I think will just as be, I don't think there was a problem with the straight here at Turffontein on the outside course. And Lyle Hewitson, of the 3 horses, he's on the stable. I would think that this will be the stable elect. Did one easy last time out, and I think Eden Rock, being a Grade 1 winner, definitely in with a huge chance to win this race. But 4 Warriors Best and some Chimney Run, also classy horses, can bother him in the finish. Mardi Gras, also not a donkey, has won also some nice races, but I think might need the run. Then there is Oravar last week nearly caused that upset. I tipped it and just got run out of it by Bold Ransom. But unfortunately, I think this horse is better over 1,000 meters, so I won't be shouting him today over 11:16. But he nearly caused a huge upset. That would have been a very good advertisement for outside of Genie. But still, the horse paid 9 rand a place. So, yeah, Oravar, I don't think today. Yes, a horse that I like very much, 008. This mare also don't know when to stop fighting. She always fights, carrying 50 minus 1.5, and can bother the top horses with the low weight. He's also been running there and thereabouts. Also, this distance, 7 runs, 2 wins. So definitely, 008 include into your quartets. So then we move to race number 8, which is another merited 88 handicap over 1,400 meters. And here we have the betting as follows. Number 7, Copper Mountain 2 to 1, Bergerac 9 to 2, Certifiable 5 to 1, Golden Peasant 11 to 2, Kairos Champ 13 to 2, 8 to 1, Creation, Harlequin Jack 11, and Aristachus 20 to 1. Now here my selection is Golden Peasant. Golden Peasant ran on well last time out over the 1,400, over the 1,450, and I think Golden Peasant with Ruzieni today can go close on the weight turnaround of Kairos Champ. She's got a beating of Kairos Champ, but also Kairos Champ is not a horse that you can discard. I think will also run well today. Bergerac also in with a chance. Has run against some useful opposition, and last time out ran in a little bit higher division. Today down a little bit in class. Lyle Hewitson riding can also be involved in the finish. but I really like Golden Peasant. I also took the last time out, and yeah, I think Golden Peasant will be run a huge race here. Copper Mountain won two and then was beaten by Break the Silence last time out. I think the 1400 meter will also suit being a noble tune by Ford with me, so definitely also a horse that they got a chance. Then we move to race number 8, race number 9, which is a maiden plate over 1600 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 6, Castle Corner, 9 to 10. Prince Alf, 7 to 2. Call Me Master, 4 to 1. Giant Slayer, 13 to 2. And 25 to 1, and longer the rest. Yeah. In this race, my selection is number 4. Um, I'm not going for a favorite. I'm going for this 4-year-old Captain White, who debuted well, ran 23.4 over the 1600 meters, but unfortunately comes from draw 10. But I don't think that will be a big problem. And yeah, I see out of that race already 2 winners. So that was a strong field. Duke of Gold has won since again, and that's why I am going for number 4, Call Me Master. Outside of selections, I would be looking at number 1, Magic Duke. I think this Duke of Marmalade gelding can improve from last time. I don't know what went wrong there, but I think the shorter distance will suit. Maybe you want to include this in your quartets, as with number 7. Number 7 is Giant Slayer, a trippy by Giant's Causeway Me. I think this horse can improve. Was gelded and then has had 2 runs, but I'm sure I'll use on a board from draw 5 today. This horse will show improvement. So all in all, a nice card, nice races, and we're looking forward to that. We then move on to the Kenw card. We also have 8 races from this winter course. Let's just look at the betting on the first race. Here we have a strong favorite, number 11, Vidi Vici, 22 to 10. Adios Amigos, 33 to 10. Gaelic Tribe, 92. Grand Vision, 92. Superior Leader, 8 to 1. Mr. Frosty, 13 to 1, 20 to 1. And longer, a scratch, numbers 2 and 4. So let's just look at the field here. Yeah, race 1, number 11 is my first choice. This horse has run has run a couple of nice races, and I think today will improve to land up in the first box. Greg Shane riding for Brett Crawford from draw 1. This horse has been running on well, 22.9, 23.0, even although it was a 6 fastest only. But I think today this this horse debuted over Durbanville. In his first race, he was 9 out of 11 draw, and last time at 1 out of 10. But I think will definitely be involved in the finish and be hard to beat. In my outsider selections in this race is number 3, Tracker Jack, Vaughan Marshall with X Jacobs getting -4. I think over this distance, last time out, this horse showed a bit of improvement, and 2 runs ago, also over the 1400 meters, did run his best race with a 23.24 to finish. And I think Tracker Jack, definitely an outsider that you need to include in your play. In my other outsiders, number 10, Superior Leader. It's a 3-year-old um, Vercingetorix colt by Jetmaster Mare. I know the mare, she has produced some nice winners. Drawn 2, Grant van Niekerk on board. Last time out, did improve over the 1400 meters, and we're looking for number 10 to improve further. Yeah, so that is race number 1. The other horses with chances, 6, Gaelic Tribe has got a chance. Has also finished well last time out, 22.1. That one can have a say. Grand Vision also run well behind Kariba War. Can also be involved in the finish. Justin Snape's horse. And number 1, Odios Amigos, Aldo de Meyer, also showed nice improvements in the second race, in the first 2 races, but last time out did fade over the 1600 meters, but now back over the 1400 meters, so also in with a chance. We then move to race number 2, which is a maiden plate. over 1,400 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Betting as follows: number 3, Perfect Trust, 5-2, Our World, 7-2, Dark Travel, 4-1, Golden Dahl, 4-1, Cape to Rio, 13-2, Gate 69, 8-1, and longer 12-1, number 7, Fly to Rio, 28-1, and longer the rest, scratching number 10, Mary Dale. So here my first selection is not a favorite, Perfect Trust, but number 5, Our World. Our World has been improving nicely, and I think the 1400 meters will suit from draw 5 today. Has been running on. You'll see a late effort, and I'm looking for this horse to run a huge race. Outside the selections is number 7, Fly to Rio. I think this horse with Luma Cots on board can definitely improve, and has been running on 22.1. That is a very good time. 23.4, always late headway, and today maybe might be the day that this horse can surprise. Number 8, Dark Travel. Last time out at 20-1, I did say I expect this horse to improve, and I'm expecting this horse to improve even further today over the 1400 meter. It's a trippy by season mare. I know that mare has also thrown a few winners, and I think this horse just needed experience in his first race, ran a hugely improved race in the second race, and can definitely be a horse that can bother the favorites. Yes, number 9, Golden Dahl, also ran on, stayed on last time out, 23 seconds. Can also run an improved race. Do include in your play. The favorite being also number 4, Gate 69. Put in your trifectas and quartets. The favorite is number 3, Perfect Trust. Also a nice filly, well bred. Has run some huge races, and definitely, if you look at those times, 22.7, 23.2, not without a prayer. So let's move on to the next race, which is race 3. Race 3, we got a Maiden 74 handicap over 1400 meters. Here the betting is as follows. Number 3, Naval Seeker, 28-10. Ticket to Ride, 33-10. Giovanni Ponzi, third, 11-2. 11-2, Magic Mike. Number 10, Diopa Oreo, 13-2. 10-1, Maximus. Times Roman, 13, and 14-1, and longer the rest. So here my selection is number 10, Diopi Oro, Ron Finicak and board. Now, if you look at this race, this is a C78. This horse has been running in this class for a long time. And last time out ran in a higher division behind My Hopes and Dreams, and My Hopes and Dreams came out and won again during the week. The race before that was running on in a 73 from behind from last, came through with a 21.8. Now I can tell you, if a horse runs a 21.8, that is exceptional. There also you check there on the 7th of March, he ran a 22.1. His horse always come from the back. It's now nearly a year since he won his first and only race, and I think that today might be the day that Doppio Oreo will clock up his second race. I remember Candice Bass Robinson has said in interviews that this horse is better than his form looks, and she was surprised that he haven't won another race yet. So I think today Doppio Oreo, my choice to win this race. My other selections, outsider selections, number 2, Maximus. This horse did ran over the 1800 meters, now back over the 1400 meters, getting the -1, drawn 1, and I'm looking for this horse to be running a much better race today. Lit 1 is maiden well in Joburg, and I think this horse just needed time to find his feet, and I'm sure Maximus today will be a contender in this race. My other outsider selection is number 6, Magic Mike. Magic Mike has always been running, always there and thereabouts, 2 lengths behind, 3 lengths behind. There, she also ran behind My Hopes and Dreams. That has won again. Then and is now going over the 1400 meter after fading behind Brother Louis. So definitely a horse that you want to include. Has contended years, it ran in the 86 behind Bernie, and 89 behind Weaker and St. Michael. Yeah, Merit rating has came down from an 89 to currently a 71. I think Magic Mike definitely deprived the horse that can surprise. The favorite being number 3, Naval Escort, a Naval Secret, also a well-bred horse, a 3-year-old now taking on the older generation, drawn 8, carrying 60 kilograms, and that's a huge weight for a 3-year-old to carry against some hard-knocking horses. So let's move on to race number 4. Race number 4 is a merit rated 90 handicap. Let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is number 1, Joseph Barry, 3-10, Ottoman Empire, 72, All Lit Up, 9-2, Bernie, 11-2, 11-2, Power of Choice, Brave Tiger, 7-1, Double the Fun, 7-1, 20-1, the combo, scratch number 9, Midnight Badger. So here in race 4, my selection is number 8. Number 8 is Lit Up, All Lit Up. This horse ran out. Also, that form behind My Hopes and Dreams. And then before that, behind Noah's Boy, did fade a little bit. Now today, running again in 86. And I think only carrying 53.5 will be a huge runner in this race. I do notice that Craig Zaki has got some nice ride. Maybe a jockey that you want to follow for the day. Um, Yes, Power of Choice, my outsider selection, is also running well. Here again, we have that My Hopes and Dreams form keeps on popping up. And then last time out ran in a much higher division, the 9-1, behind Pinkerton, Maberi for Marshall. They've clocked up a few runners. Definitely horse that you would like to include into your play with number 4, Double the Fun. Double Fun did one. His second race over 2,000 meters, but I think over the 1,400 meters today in this small field can be a factor. Here's one of the favorites, Ottoman Empire, a 3-year-old, just won his maiden. I see lately there is this tendency of horses winning their maiden and then winning the next start, but I'll wait and see on this one. As goes for the favorite number 1, Joseph Barry, carrying 60.5, making his 3-year-old debut. Yeah, I did run him some useful sorts over shorter distances now, debuting over the 1,400, so about the 1,600 meters. Just confirm again, sorry, the 1,400 meters, yes. So going a little bit further, I'm not saying not without a chance, but yeah, there is stronger horses in this field. I apologize. So one will have to wait and see about this horse, Joseph Barry, but it seems to can be, be a good horse in the making. So let's move on to race number 5. Race number 5, we've got a Cape Mile non-black type, 1,600 meters, Class A average merit rating 106. Let's have a look at the betting. The betting here is number 1 Nexus, 22-10, Kelpie 4-1, Hurricane Harry 4-1, Sovereign Beat 11-2, Snow Report 6-1, Tapano 8-1, Super Savannah 10, Man about 12, 25-1. Yeah, I'm going for number 1 Nexus. Nexus has run some fair races. Has got this course. There's a 6 runs, 3 wins, and 2 places. So definitely has a liking for this. Did run in Natal now back in the Cape, and where it's running against horses that he's beaten before. So I think Nexus today will be running on. Ran on in a Group 1 behind, second behind Running Brave, second behind Capero. So did run some nice races. Not sure what happened last time out on the poly, but now back on the turf, I think will be hard to beat in this race. Outside of selections, number 3, Sovereign Spirit. I think Sovereign Spirit also a good horse, has run against some top horses in the country. Golden Ducat beat Trustful. I think Trustful has won again. Ran also close behind Capora, Crown Towers, Belgarian. So this horse has been running against some decent opposition, and I think can be the biggest danger to number 1. And then my other outsider selection is number 7, Kelpie. Well, not a big outsider, but Kelpie has also running against top divisions, but I see was beaten by the same race that behind running Brave. Let me just quickly have a look here. Here, Nexus, it was the 19th of July. So did finish in front of Kelpie. But Kelpie has got ability, and carrying 57.5, definitely a horse that you don't want to discard. We move to race 6, Liza's Fair Stakes, over 1100 meters, class A, 1993. A very open race, I would think. Here we have number 4, Phil's Dancer, 72, Delta Queen, 15 to 4, 5 to 1, Hello Winter, Hello, Roland Day, 6 to 1, Boomser Daisy, 7 to 1, Point of Sale, 14 to 1, Hildegard, 14 to 1, and longer the rest. Now, here's a horse that keeps on surprising me, and that's number 2, Roland Hay. And today, that is my first selection. Roland Hay has run against some horses in this field, but over his last 3 runs, really run well. And that beat the Bad Habit. And I think Roland Hay, with Aldo de Meyer on board, Cash Bass Robinson can go in again. As a matter of fact, I think she can do the exacta today, as I also fancy the other horse, number number 13, here it is. Bad Habit, only carrying 52. Did ran second to Roland Hay last time out, and then third behind Vodka Lime. But I think Bad Habit can also be involved in the finish today. And then my other outsider selection for this race is number 7, Queen of Quiet. Queen of Quiet won 3 races in a row. Last time out, was just run out of it over 1400 meters, and I think the 1200 meters would suit him better, or suit her better, King's Barnes Filly. There are horses with chances in this race. Delta Queen is the favorite. A 3-year-old has run against some useful opposition in Cape Town, in Durban, now back in Cape Town, but I'm not sure if she's ready to take on this field. Um, yeah, Hello Winter, Hello has also run well. Can also be involved in the finish. Hildegard was a horse that ran well, but last 2 races a little bit down in out of form. Phil's Dancer also is always there and thereabouts. Um, I'm not sure about the class, but I think Philip's Dancer can definitely be involved in the finish here. So let's move on to the next race, which is race number 7. The Will Havington Stakes over 2,400 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 4, Baby, 33 to 10, Black Knup 72, 92, Magnificent 7, 92, Cram Gira 92, Kampala Campari 11 to 2, Cat Daddy 11 to 2, 14 to 1, and longer the rest. Here my selection is number 6, Black Knup. Apparently, I believe this horse is a full brother to Bulgarian. This horse did run some useful races. One is maiden by 9 lengths, and then was beaten by some useful opposition. But last time out came over the 1200 meters, running on, beating Bayberry. And I think this horse can follow up today and win again. Then number 1, Kampala Campari, has been running well in this class. I don't think the distance will be a problem, and well weighted. I think Kampala Campari can be involved in the finish, as is number 3, Chrome Yellow, the stable companion. Also, I don't think the distance will be a problem, and has been running there and thereabouts, so definitely not without a prey. Bayberry, also the favorite, do have a chance, has been running about against Attack. And last time was beaten by Black Knapp. Now there is a bit of a uh, weight turnaround, which can be in favor of Bayberry, but I think at Black Knapp he's still improving, and I don't think that will make a huge difference. So then let's move on to race number 9, race number 8, the last race, which is a maiden plate over 1950. And here we have the betting as follows. Number 5, legitimate 15 to 10, Warrior Bling 15 to 4, 6 to 1, Sabina's Prodigy, Captain's World 10 to 1, Pacific Youth 15 to 1, Orange Bitters 18 to 1, 18 to 1, Highway Star, Kowal's Camelot, and Bay Sugar, 20 to 1 and longer the rest. Here, my selection is number 4, um, although the favorite is number 5. This horse is a 4-year-old Savannah by Jetmaster May. Did ran the debut in November, then only debuted ran again in October. I think needed a run, but although needing a run, just also ran well, still stayed on. And I think the 4-year-old today might be a little bit strong for the 5-year-old legitimate, which is now also going the longer distances for the first time. So one will have to see. I think Warrior Bling, in my eyes, a huge runner, that make him my best bet of the day. Sabrina's Sabina's prodigy can also improve. I think will also like the longer distances. And then another horse that you want to include in your play is number 13, Captain's World. I think this Captain L by Saddler Wells me. Saddler Wells means over the last few months or so has had a good time in South Africa, and I think this horse will be much better over the 1950. So keep an eye out for that one. So that then concludes our preview for today's racing at Turffontein and Kenilworth. I hope I could point you in the right direction and could give you a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.